fastest show in sports.
Language means things. Words mean things. And one of the things that drives me nuts, two things actually. One is that when
Just two?
fans talk about, just two. Well, these two in particular.
Okay, good.
When fans talk about college athletes, please never, ever, and I want you to stop this immediately, refer to them as kids. They're not kids.
Right.
They're adults.
Thank you.
In this country, if you're 18, we can give you an M16 and tell you to go off and fight a war. You are not a kid. Okay? You are responsible for your own debts. You can go do, you're an adult. So you can enter into any agreement and sign any contract you want. You don't need a co-sponsor or a co-signer. You're an adult. So these adults, let's stop with using the term kids. Because when you do that, then you realize, oh, okay. Now, and put it this way. Did you know that in college basketball last year, the Auburn Tigers, okay, the average the average age of their starting five was older than the average age of the starting five of the Atlanta Hawks?
I believe it.
Isn't that amazing? All right, so that's one. Two is, let's get rid of this term NIL, because everybody's got an NIL. What is an NIL? It's an endorsement that allows you to use your name, your image, and your likeness. They're endorsements. They're not this weird NIL thing, which I think confuses everybody. It's just an endorsement.
But you realize, of course, that the NIL endorsement, a player is going to get a lot more money if he goes to Alabama than he will if he goes to TCU.
Not necessarily.
So, well, yeah,
not
necessarily. I think it is necessarily.
No, I know. I could. Not necessarily. I mean, what if I could tell you that you can get a lot more in endorsement money if you live in Los Angeles than if you live in Tuscaloosa?
Well, Los Angeles, but that's a different market altogether. You're still looking at the number 2 media market in the country where most of the sponsors are.
What about?
But my point is, but wait a minute, hang on. Stick with what I said. Alabama, TCU. That's just an example right there. There's no way that a kid will ever want to go. If you've got a college football athlete who's deciding that, number one, I want to play in the NFL. Let's also, if you want to get rid of calling them kids, John, let's get rid of saying that they're going to get an education. Stop. This is not about an education anymore. These kids want to go to the schools because they want to be NBA players, they want to be NFL players. That's their career. So that's what they want to do. If they fail...
Yeah, but only a fraction do. So I would hope that they would continue in the future to encourage a lot of these young men and women who go to these to go ahead and further their education as part of the agreement. I would hope so.
But see, I don't hold with that anymore. If you want to be an NFL player, if that's what you want to do, you take your chances. If you want to be a lawyer, you go here to be a lawyer. You go here to be a doctor. I want to be an NFL player. I want to sign with Alabama. I've got a chance to go here. That's going to be my career. Then, damn it, play for it. And if you miss, guess what? Somebody's got to go out there and run the FedEx trucks every now and then. It's like Judge Smales said in Caddyshack to Danny Noonan about 1 million years ago in the movie, "The world needs ditch diggers too, Danny." Yeah, The world does. If you fail at being a college football player, you're not guaranteed to have an education. If you got one, fine, but you're going to Alabama because Alabama wants to make money off of you for football and athletics. That's their money. You're nothing more than an entity to them. And if you want to be an NFL player, you want to go to the best place possible. If you try and fail, you fail. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I have no problem with that. I mean,
I have no problem with that
anyway.
either, but that's my point. They won't be able to. The really great players are going to say, I have to go to a school that's going to give me the best opportunity to play in the NBA or to play in the NFL.
Not necessarily.
I do.
I think you're going to go get the best deal too. I mean, because you're going to say, look, I have to be realistic about my chances of making it into the NFL. So therefore, if I can make my money now, I'll make my money now. So, but we'll see how this kind of all starts to play out. But the important thing is, I think, yes, there are going to be a set of superpowers that are probably going to be, the new blue bloods and the new stain, but that's always been the case in college athletics, where, a certain number of things, but it's also been cyclical as well. We've seen there isn't a team in college football, there isn't a school that hasn't gone through a down period. Everybody goes through a down period. The question is, how long does the down period last, and are you able to come out of it? For in the example of Florida State, was it a 1-year downturn last year, or is this going to be something that continues on for an extended period of time? We'll find out opening day when they play Alabama and how long this season will be for them. I think they could be anywhere from 6-6 to 10-2. I mean, they've got talent, and whether or not they respond is, Castellanos is a up and down kind of flighty quarterback. He's got some skills, but we'll see how that kind of works out for the Knowles this year. But if you look at, I think, the long term here, Indiana is a harbinger in a lot of ways. This is a school that has not had much success, if any, in football, and suddenly burst on the scene last year, using the portal and using a new coach. And I think Arizona State, to some degree, was, though obviously Arizona State had had more success in the past than Indiana. But you're going to see these teams rise up, and they'll catch somebody every now and then. I mean, last year,
every now and then.
Yeah, well, but isn't that what college basketball was? I mean, suddenly we never in college basketball had anybody that remotely resembled George Mason or Loyola or Virginia Commonwealth making it into the Final Four into the last, say, 15 years, or Butler since the last 15 years. That never happened. And so I think you'll see more of that happening in terms of not mid-majors, because mid-majors won't be part of it, but smaller schools. I mean, Vanderbilt suddenly is competitive in football. Hell, they beat Alabama last year. So, I mean, I think that you're going to see 9-3. The hardest thing for some fans to adjust to, Ed, is that it's going to be virtually impossible for schools like Ohio State and Texas, Alabama, and Georgia to go 12-0 or 13. Forget 13-0. It's just not going to happen anymore. And I tried to explain that to Georgia fans last year, and they got all mad about the season they had because they lost 2 games. And I'm like, well, you lost 2 games, so you still won the SEC title. You're still the number 2 seed in the playoffs. I think you had a pretty damn good year, but we lost 2 games. You should have lost 3. Should have lost to Georgia Tech. Somehow won that game miraculously. But if they don't win that game, they're not even in the playoff. Alabama went 9-3 last year. There's a lot of pressure on Kalen DeBoer. Alabama may go 9-3 again this year.
Well, yeah,
And
at
if
the
they do,
higher level,
yeah.
there's no doubt that the competitive level has grown, and I agree with you completely. It's undefeated seasons I don't think are ever going to, well, they will happen occasionally, but they're not going to happen with the regularity that they used to.
One may get it,
level. But we're
Clemson this year may get it.
We're still creating that haves and have-nots, which leads to my original argument, which is there's maybe 12 teams. If you look right now at the college football landscape, I can see 12, maybe 15 teams that can win a national championship.
That's all, folks.